racism, institutionalized racism, housing segregation, the prison industrial complex, lower job wages, classism, lower life expectancy, colorism, microaggressions, cultural trauma, unequal education, gentrification, cultural appropriation, assimilation, and the constant dehumanization of black people. These are just some of the few struggles that people of color, especially Afro Americans, have to deal with in this country. Just when you thought it was bad, our people are already predisposed to asthma, hypertension, diabetes, and more particularly, sickle cell anemia. Sickle cell anemia can happen to any race, but it occurs among African Americans at an alarming rate. About 1 in every 500 African Americans are born with sickle cell. The sickle cell trait is found in 1 out of every 12 African Americans. The disease that shapes our red blood cells into crescent shapes causes blocked blood flow, leading to organ damage, internal pain, and risk of infection. But last time I checked, life is about the struggle and overcoming the struggle. BSU presents to you the Sickle Cell Auction, but I present to you the Sickle Cell Cypher. On the left, I got my boy Mars. On the right, I got my boy Robin. Both lyrical geniuses. Let's get it.
From the dawn of time, it was placed in our genes to never succeed, or that's what it seems, so it repeats. Look, we shall overcome, place underland of liberty, vividly blocking the struggle that pertains to you and me. Like, they ain't really people, so let's just wrap them up, yeah. Let's just chain them up, tame them up, never gave up what? Move them over here and make them work while you saving up, and let's throw on an extra disease so they can stay corrupt. Look, I ain't no conspiracy theorist, but the thought alone is clear if you hear it. The system can't fail it, nigga, that was never even meant to be near it. So when you talk, it never alters my spirit. I could go off any minute. These cops' guns sound like cat, 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 or more like KKK. My verbal AK spray, so when I slay Mayday, it could go off in a boom. And all you smell is black excellence when I walk in the room. A line of king and queens are posted up on a steeple. And as for sickle cell, the hardest test, the strongest people. Yeah, king and queens are posted up on a steeple. So as for sickle cell, the hardest test, the strongest people. That's real.
I sell sickle, I sell pickles, I like Elmos, I sell tickles. I really wanna keep that. Mr. Officer, why is it if a brother's skin is chocolate, you gotta spark at us before another brother who isn't as dark as us? You really take time to talk to them. See, I don't get it, like a cop with a pistol will stop and go frisk you, thinking you copping and plotting like they gotta go get you. But Eric Garner sold smoke stove, caught a chokehold. White teen shot up the school, it's psychological issues. How they do it in the news? Billy was so confused with his family interviews about how he did good in school. Cool, that's a sound that I type frown at, cause with them interviews from Mike Brown at, and why they ridicule all of the black system, saying we crack victims and act vicious, and black kids are only raised to pack prisons. You forget that we invented jazz while your people lacked rhythm. You forget about Michael Jack zippers. Did you forget that the highest rate of enrollment in the undergrad system is not men, it's black women? So next time you with that racist stuff, remember, you keeping pace with us.
Looking down at my son or daughter to be, I'd emphasize the fact that there are more than 28 days to our history. There is more than governmental rain that wakes us up one day and gives the hoodie wearing, Skittle buying, allegedly cigar stealing, 6 shots, none caught, chocolate child a month to claim. I'll tell my daughter to walk like she encompasses the soul of a queen. There is nothing like a woman that knows exactly who and what she could be. I'll teach my son to walk with his hands by his side, not grabbing between his thighs, so that society can be given the right to believe that he is not a product of bad parenting. He is not a product of gang training. He encompasses the soul of an emperor, willing to be an ideal conqueror. I'll teach my children not to wither nor flinch at the words said by a society lacking melanin in their skin. And together we have to become more aware. Still in 1955, we were forced to take the back seat, but we will not take the black seat and be perceived as naive. Deformity was never seen nor believed to be in our gait, yet 1 in 12 African Americans has a sickle cell trait. History does not sleep, our minds must remain awake. Every African American should be reminded to treat his or her body like royalty, like the finest piece of gold that any king would be happy to receive. So treat our peers like so, teach them the things that we know. Looking down at my son or daughter to be, hoping that he or she will be aware of his or her history and where we stand in 2014. It is essential to know what it means to be of a darker degree and how to deal with the obstacles that come closer in proximity.